Hello everyone, apologies we're a little bit late, but I hope everyone's well. It's Monday evening, Monday. There we go, the super emote is in the chat there, look at that. Told you about a couple of new emotes tonight. We've got the super emote and we've also got the chair emote. Now, getting a message straight away from Mrs. J. Oh, sorry, it's fine. I thought I was to suggest that something had gone wrong, but no, it looks like things might be going correct. Let me know if music's coming through loud. Is my microphone coming through fine? I think we're all good to go, to be honest. We've got 10 games. 10 games left, everyone. That's all there is. There's only 10 games left. Then it's the end of Season 3 for Banbridge. Are we going to be in that top half? Are we going to be in the bottom half? Tonight, we find out. 10 whole games left, then Tony cuts the stream off. Maybe Rogie, maybe. We will see. But we're not entirely convinced that is going to be how we do it. Raggio, welcome in. Rebellious, welcome in. Dan FM Gamer, welcome in. Rogie, of course. Muradakana, Zetha. Appreciate you all being in. And, of course, everyone who's in the backgrounds having a lovely time just lurking away. Get your lurks on. It's good. It's Monday evening. Put your feet up. Just chill out. No stresses around here. This is what we've got. Right. Currently sat in 8th position, okay? In 5 games time, the league splits in half. There. So we've got 5 points to make up on Dundela in 5 games, okay? Form would suggest a bit wobbly, right? Little bit of wobble right here. Like we slipped and then it's been like, oh, hang on. Not the worst form in the world, of course. Magpie Tristan in with 2 months prime. Appreciate you, Tristan. Lovely, appreciate the support. Very, very kind indeed. Of course, if you've got your primes, link your primes to your Twitch because it don't cost you nothing. Bezos pays for it. I get a little kickback. Stream gets better. Everyone has a lovely time. You get some extra emotes. In fact, I think it's on the. Is it on the sub? Is it the sub? I don't think it's the sub. It is. It's a sub emote. It's a sub emote for the chair. Now let me know if you can get the chair emotes going on, because if you can, then, you know, that's what we like. Get there. Up the playoffs in the truck. Hello, Andrew. Welcome in. Dan there with the chair. See, chair's a thing. Soup is a thing as well. So, of course, hopefully, Soup will score at some point tonight. I'm sure he will. This is, of course, is what we've got left in terms of matches. Odds away. 2nd in the league. That could be quite tricky. Then we play the Welders. They're 1st. That could also be tricky. Ballyclare, they're 11th. That could be tricky. And then Myola Park, who are 9th. That could also be tricky. It's all going to be tricky, to be honest. We don't get an easy run into this thing, do we? Edward Vale have just taken over a new manager. That's pretty good. Jason Doggett is the new manager there. So excellent stuff. We've willed the chair into the existence. We've willed the chair into the existence, gang. Go to us. I've literally just like mocked it up there. So we'll get a better chair emote, but I think that's fine for a chair emote right now, right? And then, of course, Soup is in there as well. Evening, Lester Geezer. How are you? Welcome in. Hope everyone's had a cracking weekend, by the way. As I say, we are here now, Monday evening. It all comes around so quick, doesn't it? It all comes around very, very quickly. Not long now until that Christmas that everyone talks about. So that's a thing. Michael McGavitt's starting to get a little bit twitchy that he's not getting game time. I understand your concerns, Michael. I do understand your concerns. Hopefully, you can prove yourself towards the back end of the season. We shall see. Gazer just started the 2nd season with Everton. 4 goals off the Champions League and just spent 150 million in the summer. I mean, that's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. Gotta take my hat off to you. If I was wearing one, I would. If I was wearing a hat, I'd doff it to you right now, sir. But I'm just going to say, well done. Well done. Christmas is just another working day for me, says Raggio. I got that. I get that, Raggio, completely. For me, it's just another day of more stress than I would really care to endure. But hey ho, it's for the kids, right? That's what they say. So I'm sure everything's going to be completely fine and not stressful at all. Feels very stressful already. New front 3 of Marcus Edwards, Michael Elise and Jonathan David. DCL is out the door. Well, sometimes those are the decisions you got to make, right? You got to make those decisions every now and again. Say, right, okay, look, soz, but this is what it's going to be. DCL out, players in. Use that money. We will, of course, let's have a quick little look. Now, we're not potentially looking at moving in the summer, but it's always interesting to find out what's on the what's available, right? Because, as we know, this is, of course, a save which has got trophies attached to it, right? It's just literally preempted what you're about to say there, Lester Geezer. This is a save that has trophies attached to it, okay? Now, we have won 2 trophies so far. Let me quickly just show the progress chart as we are. There we go. This is where we currently are. 2 trophies so far out of the 33 that are available. Now, it doesn't look like we're going to win one this season with Banbridge, sadly, unless we get promoted. And that is probably unlikely, which is fine. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. Question's going to be, though, of course, if we stay in the Championship, which I think we will. The question is going to be, do we stay where we are? Can we take this team into the Northern Irish Premiership? That's what we need to work out. Can we win another trophy with Banbridge next season? That's what we need to work out. At the back end of next season, if those answers are no, then we need to be looking for other teams. Okay? Now, it could be another team in Northern Ireland. Obviously, try and progress ourselves up the Northern Irish pyramid, win some more trophies, win that Premier League, win the big ones, the big cups in Northern Ireland. We could look to start moving around and start club hopping. So things like Scarborough, obviously, Stevenage, Bristol Rovers, Shrewsbury. There, Shrewsbury and Bristol Rovers are probably out of our reach, to be honest. Gubbio, as Rogie says, yeah, probably we could maybe go there. There is, of course, other options as well, which will be further down the line, which is probably more likely into the Welsh divisions, really, or Scotland. So that's where we'll probably end up going next. Ep18, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. But as I say, realistically, I would like to do well with Banbridge. Abaware, what? Rebellios in with what looks like a Pikachu style emote, I think, or a Pokemon. So appreciate that, Rebellios. Love Alicia picks one by Sanetiense. Alicia is very good. Very, very good. Even I know that. You know, and I don't know too much about, you know, new players or real players. So, but even I know he's a good player. Very, very good player. Obviously, what we need to work out as well is we need to work out how the new match engine is going to affect us as we go through with this stream tonight. Hopefully, it'll be fine. As I say, 10 games to hopefully make things balance out as we go. Have I started the Sheffield Wednesday challenge yet? Not yet. A15. I was gonna start it over the weekend. Have you tried sending Endrick for Banbridge? Oh god, that feels like a YouTube video, doesn't it? I signed Endrick for Banbridge and this is what happened. Like, yeah, it feels like a thing. Started last night. Excellent. I was hoping for it. I was thinking, you know what, maybe I will start it. I was going to stream it on Saturday, but then what happened Saturday? Saturday was just felt like a really long day. And then yesterday, we had back-to-back birthday parties for the boys. They were like, it was just a full-on day, to be honest, yesterday. So, like, me and Mrs. J were, like, considering, like, sleeping on the sofa at, like, 7:15. But I was like, you know what? The boys are asleep. I'm going to the gym to throw some weights around. So, I went to the gym last night. So I still haven't edited season 2. I need to edit season 2's video because I've got people on YouTube going, I enjoyed that first video. When's the second one coming out? Oh, good question. We're just about finished season 3 now, so maybe I should consider putting the season 2 video out at some point. So got to get that done. Plus, of course, we've got the Football Manager show coming out this week as well. Has loads of stuff. The content never stops, does it? But the question, of course, was, have I started Sheffield Wednesday yet? No, not yet. I will start it at some point this week, I reckon. How are you finding it, A15? And has anyone else started it as well? I've seen a few people have sent me some tweets, by the way, to sort of getting involved and stuff. So it does look like people are enjoying it. So there's some bits and pieces on my Twitter of people sort of like going, oh, I wonder who to go for. You know, some couple of people have posted some very, very interesting ideas. They do look like the suit of back 3. I think they probably will, actually. I think they will. Talk for Harry Murphy wanting a new contract. He probably does want a new contract, but we don't know where we're going to be, so let's hold on that just yet for now. And the board want to have a conversation with me now. Again, when's our contract run out? Is it the end of the season? End of the season, right? We're signing a new deal. Okay? Absolutely. Let's get that locked in. There's no doubt in my mind we're staying around for another season. Okay? He says that, cut forward to the next 10 games, and me going, this job can fuck right off. Still working on BSc. Not sure if I can do Wednesday as well. Raggio, it was my own fault. I was like, we knew that there was going to be a community challenge for the Football Manager show. So everyone was like, look, we need to get one done. I was like, yeah. And then I was like, let's start it. And the problem was, I've still got this Villa save that I want to kind of get finished off, and I am just going to sim that, to be honest, and I'm going to cheat on it and be like, right, there you go, we've finished the first season, then we're going to sim the next 2 or 3 seasons to see if we've actually managed to move stuff further on than what Gerrard did. That's going to be that. Sunderland, I'm quite enjoying as my offline save, so I'm kind of like taking it quite slowly, so we'll sort of see how I update that video as we go along. Obviously Wednesday is going to be a new thing, and then obviously the British deal is our main stuff, so I hate having so many saves on the go. Do need to try and like sort of keep it to the 1, maybe 2 at best, but yeah, hopefully we can get something working out. Let me know if you can hear match sounds as well, by the way, because I think I've potentially managed to fix the audio issue that was plaguing us over the last couple of streams. Drop Bear is in. Yo, Banbridge, I just moved on there from my journeyman save. That was my starting club, kept the mid-table for 3 years. Oh, excellent. See, this is what we're thinking. Like, everyone seems to be moving into Banbridge at this point, because obviously it's like a good... Well, the fact that the games, obviously, they're available for the start. So that's still nothing showing there. Wonder where the match sounds are going to come from then. I have to get this one updated still. Move to Linfield. And that's the way to do it, right? That is absolutely the way to do it. Get yourself away to Linfield. That's where the real money's made. Let me put that there and see if that comes through. Anything coming through there now? I feel like I can see some wavy lines. Is that loud? Let me know what's coming through there now. Yes, but is it loud? Is it too loud, or is it like okay? Match sounds. Everyone cheer the match sounds. We can hear match audio. There we go. Look at that. This is what we were hoping for, isn't it? Because I'll be honest, like, some people don't like the match sounds, right? Some people don't go for match sounds. I dig match sounds, right? It's a bit quiet. I've just turned it up a smidge there, so there we go. That's better, yeah? Perfect. Right, so that's a different audio input. Got you. We're learning on the fly, everyone. We're learning on the fly. Meanwhile, in this match, we haven't actually conceded a goal yet, so that's the impressive thing. Ards, of course, second in the league. We're currently moving up to 7th by the looks of it, because we're overtaking Dirge. It is a personal preference, you're right, Dan, but you know what? I've seen more people start to play with match sounds on streaming now since we've started doing it. I'm not saying that I've brought that change around myself, but people have obviously come into the stream and been like, oh, what? Match sounds? That's weird for streams. And then all of a sudden, jumping into the stream, it's like, oh, I can hear match sounds. So, it's, when I'm playing it at home, like on my own, there's no sounds at all. Like, nah, not at all. I'm not putting headphones on to listen to Football Manager. Or even if I was playing on a laptop, it was always on mute. But I think that in terms of a streaming experience, you need to have a little bit of something, right? There's got to be a bit more. For me, personally, that's what I think. So, hence why we have them on the stream here tonight. Actually, do have them now as well. That's what makes it even better. So here's Henry though with a throw in. 74 minutes in. I'm not massively into making a change. That's a bizarre bit of goalkeeping right there, isn't it? Very bizarre. We're on positive mentality as well. I don't even notice that. That feels very unlike us. Evans with a corner in, heads away. I'll tell you what, Goal's not having a great game. Let's put Sharvin on. And also, let's think about... Here's Wood. It's Crawford from distance off the crossbar. That's not bad effort, man, is it? We're at 6'5". Let's move him over for McCavitt. Rebellious. I play the sounds on, but I'm usually screwing around on my phone simultaneously. Yeah, there's that as well, isn't it? There is that. Distraction. This is if we can hold out for this last minute. That's a weird throw-in. If we can hold out here, this is a very, very good point. That is. That's exactly what we've got. A great point against one of the top teams in the league. Can't complain with that. Plus, of course, as well, everyone, remember, we've got some new players coming in. We've got a new set of youngsters are coming in shortly. And without getting our hopes too high, it looks like another good set. Goalkeepers, fullbacks, centre-backs, centre-mids, wide mids, wingers, strikers. I mean, that seems like everything, right? It seems like everything. So monthly board review is a B-. Overall support review C+, which we'll take. 38 quid in the bank with that draw. Ryan Curran, we like the look of Ryan Curran at 31. Crawford and Evans are going to be suspended for the next match. That's not helpful. That is not helpful at all. As we take on top of the table. Okay. What was Dundella's result? Did they must have lost, did they? They lost to Loughgall. Ooh. Jealous. I had nothing but 1A and the rest were E's. Really? That's not good, is it? Cardinal Chunder, appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. I thought you were following the other day, actually. So let's have a little look then. Here's the new contract offer. £825 wage budget, £270 for us. Play defensively solid football, play direct football, play counter-attacking football. These guys are speaking to me, right? They understand. We're on a level now, ourselves in Banbridge. Like, you know, we feel a connection right now. Reach the Northern Irish Cup proper, be competitive in the Middlesbrough Cup, avoid relegation from the Championship. I think we will just accept that because that seems fine. Also, only 50% compensation, so that's not too much, to be honest, in the event of us actually potentially being approached by a bigger club. So that is a thing we can do. So let's get that out into the press. Delighted to stay, of course. Just makes things easier, doesn't it? Staying at the club. Saves us looking around for someone else. Stability is key. And then, of course, we've also got to start looking at the end of the season. Start looking at then and going, right, what players we're going to keep, who we're going to release, who we're going to move on, what players we're looking to bring in, what positions do we want to strengthen. And I think next season could be fun. If you take another job in the next 6 months, I'm renaming you Michael Beale. Yeah, he didn't do a good job, did he? You know? So, oh, you know what? Yeah, I think we should all stay apart from me. Bye, everyone. Evening, Vice, how are you? Welcome in. Rowan Hale. I like the look of him from Cliftonville. 900 quid? There's no way we can get 900 quid. That's more than our entire team's budget. And one player. It's never going to happen. We're up against the Welders. Welders top of the table. Okay. How far ahead are the Welders at this point? Only 3 points clear of Carrick. Obviously, we chipped a little bit away there for Ards. So, if we can do the same again, that'll be decent. I'll take a draw, you know. I'll take a draw. It might not be enough to get us into the top half of the of that sort of end of season playoff group, but someone offers you a draw at home to the league leaders, you take it, don't you? Of course, if you are new, by the way, we do play a 4-4-2 as well, because why wouldn't we? But we are lacking a couple of players today, so think Halfpenny can come back in. And do we play Krasinski? It feels like a strange decision to put him in. It feels like a big game for him to go in. But we have brought him in. There's a reason he's here. Let's get him in there. The DJ can come in as well for Morgan, because he's obviously not... Morgan didn't score in the last match. He got 8 goals though, so he's kind of doing alright. Is there a lot of parity in this division? Well, in terms of the teams around each other, Rebellious? I think there probably is, to be honest. Yeah, I think the teams are all pretty even until you get to like the next division up, and then you've got your teams who are very, very good, like your Linfields and your Glentorans. Cliftonville probably just outside of that little sort of like that top 2 in the Premiership. I think that the fact that we're expected to finish bottom and the fact that we're currently 7th suggests that there's maybe, like, I'm not saying that there's maybe like not as much difference between the sides, but I think that we can we've shown that we can compete, I think, at this point. So for me, that's going to be quite handy, right? And then hopefully some sort of reasonable recruitment, maybe use the loan market a bit better, because of course we've got that link up with Cliftonville, which should theoretically help us get some better quality players in. Use that to our advantage rather than spending a lot of money on players, which is what we did this year. We paid a lot of players' wages, and we locked Hunter down to a contract, which in hindsight, Davidson, he's going to go off, is he? 7 minutes in? He's gone. We're down to 10 men. Dylan Davidson's been sent off. We're currently playing positive, so I don't need to push that up just yet. But that is a huge decision early doors. We've got a goal down. Excellent. You can't make that up, can you? Here's me going, that'll be brilliant. They've gone a man down. This will be fine. 1-0 down already. Dobbin, good finish as well, mind. So yeah, here's me thinking, right, we tied Hunter down to a contract, when in theory we probably could have left him on an amateur deal and have him just paid an appearance fee. So now he's going to be out of contract in the summer. So we've got that sort of issue to play with now. As Rogie says, yeah, only we could see your team get an advantage and then instantly go behind. It's a skill, Rogie, isn't it? It really is a skill. Let's move our players up a smidgen, shall we? And press this ether with some sheeps out there. I mean, it does feel very appropriate to be like, hey everyone, we've got an advantage. Let's shoot ourselves in the foot. That sounds like the perfect way to do this. Murphy dinks it up. Keane gets under it. Just nods it out though. Okay, let's get a bit of encouragement on the team, because hopefully we don't bring us into this. All right, okay, so it's going to be like that, is it, Dan? All right, fine. I thought we were all a collective here, but apparently not. No, you only want to be collective when there's the glory involved. I see how it is. I'm okay with it as well. That makes complete sense. Nobody really needs to be associated with this. Good challenge. Pedro. We're all glory hunters by the manager, who's just not fussed in the slightest. Henry cuts it back. Good save. Glory, what's a glory? Yeah. Hey, we won the McCombs Coach Travel Intermediate Cup last year, Dan. I mean, come on, don't go saying what glory, You only win that once in your career, apparently. I mean, this is not quite working out how we hoped TJ banished from the playoffs for streams in the same time slot. What is this madness? Evening, Llama. How are you, buddy? Yeah, to be honest, look, hey, it's not. I've not been banished. I've chosen to allow some other talent to shine on screen. Is what I've agreed to do. So, and they're doing a great job as well. To be honest, I was watching it earlier on, and they've definitely got stuff going nicely. So, leave them to it. Just going to find your YouTube here, Llama. Give you a bit of a
welcome to FM23, everybody.
Bit of a shout out there. Looks like an FMT takeover. Well, this is the thing. I had to cut one of them. DJ Pedro misses the penalty. This is why DJ Pedro doesn't have an emote. No, Rich was meant to be on tonight as well, but he's got ill. So if anything, that works out quite nicely. So Murph's getting his debut, and Murph's doing a great job. So really interested to see how he gets on. I think he's doing a fantastic job so far. Pedro again with a miss. Muro says there's a good mix of pro and semi-pro clubs in the Premiership, or would you need to go pro to compete? That's a good question, actually. I'm not sure. I think it's a mixture. So that's based on me not knowing. So there is that to look at. So we'll have a look at that then, and we'll work out what the best way of doing that one is. I will grab a hydrate in a second, Lee, so thank you for that. Sorry, Owen, that's very, very kind of you. Bear with me 2 secs. Get an extra bit of the old water in there, because there's a little bit of croak going on, you know. Murphy with a good effort there. Appreciate that. Hello, Lee, by the way. Hope you're well. Campbell with the header. We're all over them, aren't we? But it's just this question of, are we going to be able to see it out? Or even get a draw? How's the Jameson household all fighting fit? Yes and no, Llama. Like, Mrs. J has got herself a croaky voice now because of the fact that the boys have obviously got croaky voices. So I think we may be coming down with something. Just that's what I expect, innit? You know, the kids get all these sorts of ailments. So yeah, it's going to happen at the end of the day. But apart from that, though, we're all good. We're all good. Hopefully we can all get better as we go along, you know. Eldest one's at school. Yeah, he is at school, yeah. Which again, I think is part of the reason that we're getting new germs and new bugs that we didn't have this time last year. So he's moved into school, and the youngest one's moved into a new class at nursery. So he's moved up into the next class. So again, it's another set of new germs. And then the winter cold. Oh, Sharvin! What a finish! Disallowed, is it? Has he disallowed that? He can't disallow it. That's onside, surely. He's disallowed it. You absolute bunch of pricks. He scored that one, though. He scores the tap in. That'll do. And you know what? He was in the stream last week as well, so Diver with the header at the back post. Sharvin there just to tap in. The normal winter cold is going round rebellious, absolutely. So we've got that, of course, to look forward to as well. New bugs, you'll download the new patch, that should fix it. Should do, actually, yeah. That's the thing, we are obviously on the new FM patch, which we will be hoping doesn't affect us too badly. Although the list of fixes was long, and there's me saying I don't think the game's actually, there's nothing wrong with it. So maybe I was wrong. After all, good ball at the top. Sharvin's away. Can he get through? Soup. Oh. We're nearly there. What can we do? Any more? One final chance? No, not for them. Not for them. When we say final chance, we don't mean for the welders. Head away. Cleared. Only as far as their players, though. Right, we take another draw. I mean, given the fact that we missed a penalty, and the fact we had 10 men, and the fact we had a goal disallowed, can't help but feel a little bit disappointed. And have Dundela lost? Dundela haven't played. They play Carrick next. Yeah, we can't help but feel a little bit disappointed there, can we? It's frustrating, that. That is frustrating. But we're now only 3 points behind Dundela. So as long as Dundela don't win, we're there or thereabouts. You know? Keep on their coattails. Who have they got next? They've got Anna, Carrick, and the Welders. Oh, 3rd, 4th, and top. That's a brutal run-in, isn't it? That is a brutal run-in. As made it appears though the updates made it easier. This is what I'm worried about, Barton. This is what I'm worried about. Because, to be fair, I thought we were just about balancing how the game played prior to the update. I was like, you know what? This is good. This is hard enough for me. Like, games we win, I feel like we've properly earned a victory. Looking at the amount of stuff that's fixed and changed, I'm like going, oh, this is going to feel like a new game, right? And I hope it's not. I hope it's fine. But yeah, I do worry that if it becomes too easy, then that's not going to be good. Sharvin is kicking off that he doesn't want to play for the club anymore now, so that's fine. Away you go then, Jack. Come in and you've decided to hand in a transfer request, so it's one of those things, sadly. In a sense, it means we can start to look for a new striker for next season now. I feel like some of the chaos element has gone, and that's the bit that I liked, Wavel. That's the bit that I liked, the chaos element. We saw in the last stream, by the way. I don't know if anyone else has seen this as well. We've seen defenders hooking the ball away. So the ball comes over their heads, right? And they're facing goal, and they're trying to turn and hook the ball clear, which makes complete sense. But they're turning in field. So normally, like, if you're a defender, you'd hook the ball out of play for a throw in or get it as far away up the pitch as you can. These guys are turning inside and then hooking the ball in field, which is of course going straight to an opposition player who's then crossing the ball in and they're scoring off the back of that. We saw that 3 times in the stream last week. In one stream, we saw that 3 times. We conceded 3 penalties, or there was 3 penalties in the entire stream. Because again, some of these things are for us, some of these things are against us. So again, I'm not saying it's going to be only a thing of it's always going against us. Sometimes we're benefiting from these sorts of situations as well. But I think that, yeah, to see 3 of those instances was strange. Because once you'd be like, yeah, okay, fair enough, he's hooked it away in field, he's made a mistake, he shouldn't have done that. But to see it 3 times was like really weird. I've just seen Bellingham linked with Spurs, the game's still bugged. Yeah, just wait until everyone starts tweeting about Oliver Skip as well, and we'll know whether the game's bugged or not. But yeah, I mean that's just my views as well. The amount of penalties, again though, like as before, I can make a case for penalties because it comes down to how you play. If you play high pressing, if you play high tempo, and you get the ball into the box, you probably stand a good chance of getting a penalty, because that's how Man United got loads of penalties that way, because they pressed and they were really aggressive back in the day, that they'd get into the box. So because they're in the box, and because it's late in the game, and because they're trying to get at you, you're going to make a tackle, you're going to throw a leg out, you're going to get a penalty. That was it. They were never given soft penalties, I don't believe. But in this game, if you've got high tackling and get stuck in on, then you're going to give penalties away. If you've got stand up on your feet and you're giving penalties away, that's probably a worry, I think. So, as I say, I don't know. I've not played it too much to be able to sort of say with any degree of certainty, yes, the patch has changed in a positive or negative manner. I can't say with any degree of certainty it's made the game easier. all I can say is we've drawn 2 games against the top two sides in Northern Ireland at this point in this division. Like, make of that what you will, you know? How likely is it that the teams who are first and second would drop points to us? I don't know. I don't think our players are good enough to have got both. Oh, what a strike that is. That's a hell of a free kick. Crawford, this is why we brought him in from Hartlepool, but that's dreadful goalkeeping though, isn't it? So this is where I'm going to start to worry. And I guess, Ballyclare, we should be hopefully winning this. This is the sort of game we'd lose though, I'm guessing. Because it's us, and that's the way that things happen. Ball the top, keeper's got there. Route 1's a bit OP. Is it not that balance though about like the defenders dropping off? And I mean, I know Lama's got a cracking video about pressing that talks you through that. That's definitely worth a watch. I just feel as though it's Route 1's probably, if we use, I also hate the phrase OP as well. I understand why it is used, but I think it's because the game doesn't want you to play long ball, because in real life teams don't play long ball. But if you look at a team who plays long ball in real life, it does cause problems because teams don't usually come up against it. So I can sort of understand that. I mean, watching the sorry for mentioning this, Lama, but watching the Sunderland Birmingham game on Saturday, that was like the long ball for the third goal comes because the Birmingham defence aren't expecting just a big long ball. Like, defenders caught out because the striker sort of gets a touch on it. Goalkeeper then runs out, and Ellis Sims is already onto it because the defender's in the wrong position. So they're caught out by that long direct pass, and that's in like the 93rd minute. So I don't know whether it's that thing. I wonder whether or not we lose a bit of the sort of the reaction of like sort of the change of game state in this match, where before it was like the momentum switch turned everything really, really quickly. Is that still there? That's what I'm obviously going to be curious about, because that's where the real skill came from. I think charge down there. That was in the bottom corner there. 1-0 at half time. Good performance. Everyone's happy. Don't change anything, Tony. Leave it as it is. And the fact that we're positive at the minute is worrying me. We started the season uncautious. We've definitely taken a bit of a right. Let's have a go of it now. I was tick-a-tack of this update has made me change my style. I mean, hey, long ball Arsenal would be brilliant down there. I'd pay good money to see that. Arteta switching to a 4-4-2 and launching it. Give me it. Cross, Gary Youngson. Back for Wood, who hits it over the bar. Lama, God would play a long ball 4-4-2 if he's a manager. Oh, absolutely, Lama. That's why me and you are like classed as God tier managers, right? Because we do the Lord's work. That's how the game was intended to be played. Everything else is just like, some weird wizardry stuff which nobody really understands or cares for. Croskery. Let's bring Keane off, I think. Put Super back in midfield. There is, of course, that Super moat, as we discussed earlier. Head away. Crawford doesn't go for it. I feel like here's the momentum shift as well that way, so I feel like that's happening now. Crawford's free kick just over the top. Not a bad effort. Murphy's not having a good game at centre half though, is he? 6.5. Henry's not having a great game as well. He's at left back, sorry. Let's put Snodden in. There's Crosker. He takes a touch. Don't know whether that was meant to be a cross or not. Sharvin gets the head on it in the end. I think we just about got lucky there. And Henry for a diver maybe. 1-0 might be enough. Dundela. We've pulled it back to a point. Purcell with the goal kick away. See, now we've got to hope that these long balls don't kill us. It's ironically what we've just been talking about with Sunderland, isn't it? Nice block. Get the ball away. Oh, right, okay. So regroup there. Drop ourselves back again. Stay on our feet. Drop off. Disciplined, I think. See what we can do for these last few minutes, because we don't want to be conceding a goal again. 3 draws in a row. Sharvin brings it. Fouled. Takes the foul well. That's right. Just let everyone regroup. I'll do. Evans has a think. Just slow the game down. No need to take anything quickly. That's fine. Bit of time wasting on now, I think, as well. Try and see this game out. Should be us. Should be. Unless they launch that. Oh, that was a little bit nervier than I was expecting it to be honest. Phyllis T official, welcome in. Welcome. Or Offie Gal, I should say, sorry. Very close, Brazilian. Very close. Welcome in, by the way, again. It's nice to have you back in, of course. So there's a victory. That's good. Any idea where you look at the squad depth this year? Yeah. Go to the planner. Report. Is it there? No, it's not there, is it? Tactics. No is the answer. Yes, I do know where it is. It's in here somewhere. I thought it was under report. There you go. Yeah, best 11. Yeah, squad planner, best 11. That's where you get your depth. Yeah, you can see there. And then again, then use your planner more as well. 116 quid for that win. 5 unbeaten. Just nudging on towards the end of the season. 2 more, well, 1 more game to go. Mayola Park. If we win that, Dundela lose their next 2 games, we get into the top half. Okay? Can we do it? That would be incredible if we managed to do that. Given the fact that we're expected to be relegated, that would be class. If we end up in the relegation bit, it's not a problem. Because again, I think we've got more than enough points to not go down. And we're 20 points clear of Lough goal. So I would say it's unlikely we're going down. I said unlikely. I didn't say we wouldn't be. I said unlikely. So Lough goal against Bangor. Lough goal have won. They've moved themselves up into the relegation playoff now. So that's interesting. Well, I'm just clicking through just to get to the end of the season, then we can start to plan for next year. Because we don't know, at this point, we don't know like what players we're going to keep. We don't know how it's going to look for next season. We know that Sharvin wants out, so that's one player who's probably not going to be here. We are already overspending, so one of that will be Sharvin, so Sharvin could probably go. Which, not overly chuffed about the fact he's going. McCaffrey seems to be developing decently now, doesn't he? Leadership, determination, work rate, pretty handy. First touch is decent. Passing's fine. Vision's not very good though, to be honest. But maybe he can be a defensive midfielder. Joe Galt. Again, might develop right. 6'4" at 17. Land of the Giants over here. There's a very chilled out vibe with this tune, isn't it? Let's mix it up. Oh, hang on a second. Let's have a look at this. Ollie Marsh, goalkeeper. 2.5 stars already, 15 years old. Okay. We like this. Okay, that's fine. He can be decent enough. Ivan Vukovic, a Serbian, 6'3" at 15. Where have they grown him? I mean, again, outstanding. Free kick, first touch, crossing, flair, technique. Maybe not great acceleration, but not great work rate either. He's got 5, but he might be able to do something. We'll see. We'll see how we get on. Love him, can't he's the Serbian Peter Crouch. I think he absolutely is. Matthew McKee there, left back. Looks alright. Determination, decisions, leadership, bravery, 19. I mean, again, he's not. There's maybe something there for him. Evening McFlyshaw, how are you, buddy? Pleasure to have you in. Barry Doyle. Looks reasonable. There's nothing really solid to say about Barry Doyle. But Stephen Wright, though. 14 for finishing. Sorry, first touch, 11 for finishing, 10 for composure, 13 for leadership, 12 for teamwork, only 4 for off the ball, 12 for acceleration. Tries to play his way out of trouble. I mean, 2-star striker. Maybe we've found Sharvin's replacement already. Yeah. Stuart Cummins. Ball-winning midfielder. He's not bad as well, mind. Determination, teamwork, technique, tackling, work rate. He's reasonable. He's reasonable. Jason Whelan, right back, looks fine. Heading of 1. He doesn't need to header really. He can just be, as long as we've got someone else who's going to be in there. As long as his jumping reach is okay. He's only 15. He could get better. Michael Douglas, finishing 13. Flair, teamwork. He's 15 years old. Again, he's not bad, you know. And he's named after an actor. There's Daniel McLaughlin. Another 2-star striker. Finishing of 15. Determination of 18. Decision making of 12. Off the ball of 11. Now we're talking. I mean, it's another lively set of youngsters, isn't it? Stephen Brown. Reasonable centre-half. Just work on that acceleration, I think. He's got everything else in. Teamwork, work rate, decision-making, bravery, tackling. Marking's only 5. Jumping reach of 8. Ian Doran. Tony Tacker has bought a foot. Serpico, good prospects. There is, isn't there, Serpico? Absolutely right. Nigel Long, jumping reach 15, 6'4" at 16. There you go. There's our guy. I think we've got some players here. And Colin Smith, who again is also a player in there. I think that's not too shabby, is it really? Let's just quickly snap how this has looked, because this looks fairly good, to be honest, from our perspective. I've put the players in the Discord, of course, because I think we're all pretty happy with them so far, right? So again, I mean, that might save us a bit of money when it comes to trying to buy players for next season. So get those guys in, do what we did last year, play them in these important 5 games, find out just how good they are. There's only one way to find out, right? Stick them in first team football matches when it's incredibly pressurised situations. That's what we do. If it doesn't work out, shout at them. So Dundela have their match, their game in hand. They've lost. There's 1 point between us and Dundela going into the final match, which will decide who goes into the top playoff spot. And there's 3 goals in it as well. So we can't afford to draw because we'll miss out on goal difference. So we have to win. We have to win. Sign these players. Get them locked in. They're all in. They're all here. I mean, look at that guy. 6'3" at 15 years old, man. Like, I'm all for him. Jumping reach of 13, heading of 3. It's Indonesia all over again. You know, but like in a sort of weird backwards way. Daniel McLaughlin, I think, 15 for finishing, 9 for composure, 11 for off the ball. I think he could be a striker, an actual striker for us. Nigel Long, maybe not. I'm very intrigued by these guys. Watch any of the train wreck that was the Dubai Fitness Championships? No, I didn't, McFly Shaw. I saw that one of the events was just walking up the Khalifa Tower, and again it was one of those things where I was like, because I've not been watching the World Cup, then I don't think I should be watching the Dubai Classic either. But yeah, I didn't see it. I think I've seen who wins, but I'm not sure. How bad was it, and why was it as bad as it was? Was it awful in terms of the planning, or awful in terms of the presentation, or was it just that it's just a bit shit? There's definitely many thoughts on that, isn't it? Transfer window closes in a couple of weeks. Didn't miss much. Poor planning, presentation, camera work, commentary, judging, rules and events. Oh, so the entire thing, basically. The entire thing was shit. I mean, at least we're sort of like, there was consistency throughout. Going, yeah, like literally none of it was good. Always looks like you're standing. Is that right, Pim? Do I look like I'm stood up at this point? Okay, that's quite interesting. I'm definitely sat down. I can prove it because there's I love that. I can prove it by what? By rolling backwards. Why don't I just stand up and there's a fucking chair behind you, Jameson? Do that. That's what I need to do, innit? It's my imposing figure, innit? Do I look imposing? No, I don't. Show the chair. Show the chair, goddammit. You know what? There. I can't even put my own chair remote. Where's my chair remote? Can I not do my own chair remote? I can't. I need to refresh my stream for me to do the chair. Give us the chair, right? Fine. You want the chair? You want the chair? You want the chair? Let's see those chair remotes, then we'll decide whether you have the chair or not. Okay. If we get the chair remotes, the chair takes charge. And if you want the chair remote, you have to sub or drop an Amazon or drop a Prime. Do it that way. That's how you get your chair. See, Rogie wants a chair. All right, okay, right, fine. You want the chair? You want the chair? Have the chair. Exactly. Glorious leader. Lovely shots. Chair cam. Oh, we could do chair cam, couldn't it? For Christmas, shall I buy a second camera and just have it just on the chair? Nothing worse than playing the first game of the season when your transfers aren't complete. Yeah, this is an issue, isn't it? This is an issue, Leicester. But here's a question then, right? We'll do that. That's a good point again. Dunham's burning half of Gazprom there in his shorts and t-shirt. I'm just too northern, Lulu Bus. That's the problem. Far too northern. I'm all about the shorts. It's quite warm when you got your computer on and some lights and stuff, but also just I sit in the house in shorts anyway, so it's the way it is. IGRCNDD, 3 degrees outside, him showing money, throwing shorts inside. I mean, look, you know, we've not got the heating on. I'm naturally warm. It's one of those things. It takes a lot for me to get cold. But then when I do get cold, I'm fucking freezing. But yeah, at the minute, I'm good. I'm comfortable. So always shorts. I own. This might shock you. I own 2 pairs of jogging bottoms. That's all I've got. I don't own tracksuit bottoms. I've got like pajama bottoms and stuff. I don't like sitting in jeans in the house because it gets like a little bit too uncomfortable after a while. And I don't like sitting in 3-piece suits either, which I should do. I mean, that would be more bizarre, wouldn't it, if I was sat like in proper trousers? But lounge pants and fat face get in. Yeah, but again, they get too warm though, Lulu Buster. They get too warm after a while. So then I'd be sat there going, I'm just going to put my shorts on. I might as well just have my shorts on already and then be fine with it from there. So here we come. The playoffs have come in. Welcome, everybody. How the devil are we? Up the truck, indeed. Gavin Brash is in. Up the TJ. What happened? How did it finish tonight? AJ's in as well. Cozza Bob, take the shorts off. We'll try. Steak Bacon with a follow, who's, of course, was doing his first ever competitive draft tonight. So congratulations to the Steak Bake. Hello, buddy. Hope you're well. This, by the way, for everyone who's coming brand new, is the British Steel Challenge. The plan being, this is the plan. The plan is to try and win all of these competitions. Salty B's in with the Believes. This is what we've got, 33 trophies to win. Everything. We want to try and win everything in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. And at the minute, we have won 2 trophies in 3 years. So that's not really flying, is it? Super Nintendo Caribou, loving the FM podcast, Tony. Thank you very much, Super Nintendo. Absolute pleasure for you. Thank you for that. We will, of course, plug it as well. The Football Manager Show by The Athletic, out every single Wednesday. Available in all good, bad, and indifferent podcast platforms. Feel free to go and get it as you can. Salty B in with a resub. Appreciate you, Salty. Wonderful human being. This is now also, I should say, the final game of what is the first stage of the Northern Irish Championship. We're 1 point behind Dundalk. We're playing Moyola Park. We need to get a win. And then if we do win, then we're into the top half. So the promotion the promotion stage of the league's campaign, we probably won't get promoted, but it's better to be in the relegation part, right? Surely. Serpico, loving the podcast, mate. Thank you very much, Serpico. Very, very nice indeed. You've all just missed shorts and chair. This is the thing. IGR, I reckon they were sat there going, let's see what's happening online, shall we? Jameson's got shorts and chair out, right? Get everyone across to Jameson. That's what we'll do. Car, by the way, welcome in, appreciate the follow. Very kind indeed, thank you for that. So, what's the feeling then? I'm going to go back and have a little watch of the playoffs because, of course, I had to double check how everyone was getting on. Anarchy Ali, appreciate the follow as well. Very kind. Murph, by the way. Murph, on his debut, incredible, I thought. Incredible. As a panellist, he put in a cracking performance in there, which, of course, he was always going to. So, really happy to see him in. H2, of course, is absolute money, as we know. Kev's just one of life's good people, isn't he? And I think Jebber is a wonderful host for the path to the playoffs as well. So it's a really nicely balanced panel, to be honest. And as I say, I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the show when I get sorted out tomorrow. But let's have a little look and see what the draft was. Who's the early front runner? Who are people expecting to do well? Who are people worried about? And who are people worried for? That's the question. State Bake says that Murph did a great job, amazing show around. All appreciate being a part of it. The show is amazing and so pro. We try State Bake. Henry is in as well, of course. You handsome devil. Thank you, Henry. Very kind of you indeed. There's this guy called the Steak Baker's going to win. I mean, it could well be. It could well be written in the pastry stars. Steak Bake. That could be how we're going to do it. Evening as well, by the way, to JM Thoughts. Nice to have him in, of course, as always. Cuts the back post off the bar. We're hanging in. What's the crack with Dundela? Where are they getting on? Let's see. We don't need to be doing something daft, to be honest, against Myola. We'll go balance for now. We'll just sort of pop our heads back. Positive scares me a little bit. Oh, we're giving away a penalty. Oh. Unbelievable. There's your patch. There's your update patch right there. There's a penalty. Nobody wants a snowbally salty steak bake. Absolutely not, Jam. Also spelt like a true vegetarian as well there. Refusing to spell steak correctly. I'm not going to spell it like that. So, the match that we have to win to avoid getting into the relegation zone, we're currently losing. Which is fine. It's totally fine. It's not a problem. Plenty of time left in this game. We're normally good for last minute drama. Pedro. It's DJ Pedro, by the way. DJ Pedro. That's actually his name as well. Greg's vegan sausage rolls are better than normal ones. Everyone says they're salty. They do say, I've got to try it out. I've got to try this out. You know, Mrs. J is still trying to convince me that like Greg's isn't a superior sausage roll out of other local bakers in York, and I'm just like, fuck off, Mrs. J. No chance. Greg's is the one, right? But I have heard the vegan sausage rolls are meant to be very, very good, so may check them out, to be honest. But yeah, if you are brand new, welcome in, of course. Let me know who you're managing your saves there. Mrs. J, Thomas is not better than Greg's. Don't be. Look, I love you to bits, Mrs. J, right? But your taste in pastry, like, it's off. Your palate's off, I'm afraid. It's not a Thomas's thing. Like, nah. Can't agree there. Exactly, steak bake. You're not called Thomas the Baker's sausage roll, are you? You're called Steak Bake, you know. You think, you hear Steak Bake, you think, oh, probably Greg's. Like, you know, that's where we're at. That's how I interpret it anyway. Did you say vegan sausage rolls? How? Why? That's right, Raki, yeah. The world's changing, man. It's a different world now. Like, vegan sausage rolls for the win. Mr. J's taste buds have been shot by all that toddle crud coming into the house. Possibly. I heard toddle crud. I like that one. Well, I was talking to a couple of friends of ours yesterday at one of the kids' birthday parties. Like, the only thing that, like, not the only thing, but like one of the best things about being a parent is the fact we used to have Farley's rusks in the house, because you can buy them, which is totally cool when you've got a kid. But if you haven't got a kid, people look at you weird. Why are you buying rusks? It's they're fucking good, man. Really good. Nice pack of rusks. Lovely. Right, let's get a bit more positive here. Local bakery is always better than Greg's. They use better ingredients. I mean, look, I understand, Raggio. I understand the logic behind it. Yes, you're right, but also, Greg's is just better because it's greasier. Let's be honest. If I'm looking for actual taste and flavour, then yes, you're right, I need to go for a proper independent baker. But like, Thomas's isn't a local baker. Thomas's is just a Yorkshire Greg's, really. You know, but if I go to like a local baker, then yes, their products will be better. You know, like a local butcher is better than, you know, going to, I don't know, like, say for example, Greg's did meat. Like, yeah, you wouldn't go to Greg's for meat, would you? There's a baker out by Haxby that does decent pasty. Well, there you go, JM, you've got me sold already. Right, let's get in there. Slowy, appreciate the follow, that's very kind. Talking about pastry products in there. DJ Nathy B, how are you, my man? Long ball at the top, Bingham. It's over. I think our promotion dreams are over. Got Wenzel's here and bacon crusty rolls. A bacon crusty roll. Now you've got my attention, Lily Buster. And a yum yum. You know, right. Is a yum yum just... It's just really a donut, isn't it? To be honest. But like a twist. A donut twist. Is that what I'm thinking? Also, nobody above the age of 5 orders a yum yum. Because that's what it's called. You couldn't go into... You can't go into a baker's as an adult and go, Can I have a yum yum, please? Like, same way that whenever you go to, like, whenever people went to shit nightclubs and they would order like a picture of woo woo, like, no one would order that. There he is. Oh, over the top. We're only at age of 5 to order a yum yum. I mean, that is an assumption that everyone's over 5. You can if you have no shame. There you go. Bearded child has spoken. Shame is the equalizer in all this. Without shame, you can do whatever you want. That's a fair point. I hadn't even considered that possibility. Crawford up over the top. Next time you say yum yum please for my 5-year-old who's in the car. Yes, that's not a bad idea actually. Yeah, put a front on it. That could work. That could balance it out. Rogie's correct though. Greg's are consistent. They're good, just not comparable to a local baker or butcher. Exactly. Yeah. You know exactly what you're getting. You can go to any Greg's in the country, and you'll get the same sausage roll, for good or bad. But you're right. If you get to a local butcher, then of course it's going to be better. Sharvin is cleared. We're going to be in the bottom half for the last 5 games, which is fine. We can show you our new youngsters as well, by the way, for everyone who's just coming from the playoffs. I've just realised we're losing a 10-man Myola Park as well. I mean, granted we were 1-0 down before they had that man sent off, but even still, it's like Spoon's always going to be a 6 or 7 out of 10, never going to be top, but probably not going to be too crap. Yeah. It's the easy one to mock, isn't it? Because of the fact that it's cheap and, dare say it, cheerful. DJ Pedro, how's he not finished that? I thought they fixed that bug where strikers are crap. Yeah, like a Wetherspoons isn't always going to be the worst thing in the world, but it's easy to take the piss out of because of the fact that it's like £2 a pint, right? You know, Greg's is like 50 pence a sausage roll, or probably a bit more now, to be honest, thanks to Brexit. You know, but you know what you're getting at the end of the day. Like, if you go in and if you're in a butcher's, like a local butcher's, and it's £1.50 for a sausage roll, it's going to taste good. if you go into Greg's and you see a sausage roll at £1.50, you're going to be going, hang on, like, what's going on here? Right? That's not right. It's suspicious. I mean, we finished 7th. I can't complain about that, to be honest. 7th is good. 7th is very, very good. Given the fact we're expected to finish bottom by some way. You know? Look at that. We're expected to finish rock bottom, 150 to 1. We finished 7th. Lough, they're the ones who are sort of predicted mid-table. They've finished bottom at this stage right now. Okay? Because obviously now the season splits in half. So that means we've now got to play only the teams in the bottom. Which, you know, is fine. We can do that. It's not a problem at all. We can get that round. You know, it's going to be all right. We can't go up, but we certainly, I don't think we can go down. I think we're going to struggle to get relegated at this point, with only 5 games to play. So the schedule looks like this. Bangor, Ballyclare, Dirge, Lough, and then Myola Park we've just been beaten to, just there. These, however, are the youngsters that we've just brought through. Okay, so you've just missed our youth unveiling. So we've got Ollie Marsh, 2.5-star goalkeeper, 15, 5'10", handling of 15, punching of 12, rushing out of 15. So it's not ideal. But we still have decision making of 12. Agility, fitness, jumping reach, pretty good. He might be okay. He's probably going to be a really, really good backup for Lewis Hunter, who's our number 1 goalkeeper. So he's the top prospect, we think. Stephen Wright has come in as a striker, 14 for finishing, 13 for leadership off the ball. Not particularly brilliant. Acceleration of 12. He looks okay. He's not quite as good as Ivan Vukovic, though. 15-year-old Serbian who's 6'3". Yes, now we're talking. Hello, Dave Goodger. Welcome in, buddy. Nice to see you in here. Hope you're well. This, of course, is where we're at. Look at this. 15, 6'3", technique of 15, flair 14, first touch of 10, free kicks of 10, jumping reach of 13, but can't head for shit when he gets up in the air. He's got 3. Looking forward to seeing how this guy develops. Craig Barry there as well. Looks like he might be okay. Can people buy Yum Yums? Yes, they can. Apparently, that's fine. They can buy Yum Yums. Don't worry. Okay, I won't judge them. You know, other people in the world will judge them, but I'm not going to judge them. Craig Barry there, half decent left back, I think. Maybe lacks a little bit of acceleration. Definitely lacks strength. He's only young. And then, of course, where's the other boys here? Stephen Wright, we've had a look at. Daniel McLaughlin. Forward, 15 for finishing, 18 for determination, 11 for off the ball, 12 for decision making. He could be all right as well, you know, couldn't he? You know, but am I right though? Am I right that a Yum Yum is just like an elongated donut, like a twist? Or have I got it wrong? If I've got it wrong, then I need to, you know, I'm taking the time to educate myself right now into the art of Yum Yums, because I feel as though it's something that I've not really experienced myself. The Yum Yum is a pastry, is it? But a Yum Yum can't be a savoury pastry, surely. There's no way Yum Yum's going to be savoury. Being better in need some minus FM watching, listening. Oh mate, like, you know, big love to you, man. Like, I know where you're at with things at the minute. So yes, of course, you know, obviously you're always in our thoughts, mate. So you know, hope life is treating you better, or at least hopefully we can help that as well. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, like a twisted donut. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I say it makes sense, but, you know, not sure it does. Since we has internal research, players will affect their happiness. Doesn't matter whether they're affecting their happiness or not. That's not what we're here for. We're trying to work out what players are going to be half decent for us when it comes to selling these players in. Rainy, wheeling, hand glazed, twisted rope shaped donut dipped in icing. I mean, you had me at hand glazed rope twisted donut, so maybe Maybe I need to have a look at this thing properly. Let's take him off, actually. Staying the Yum Yums, starting the Yum Yums alliance for over the 25s. I mean, okay, I feel like I've started like a Yum Yum war here, which, you know, I'm all for. I'm all for a war, to be honest. Bring your pastries, let us know where we're at with it, and then we'll go from there, right? All for it. Tony says the 5-year option, 5-year-old option. How does he know? I mean, look, I think what's happened here is that people have taken what I say and thought, oh, Tony must know what he's on about. Nobody ever thinks that. There's never been a situation where anyone has said, I think what Tony said is probably right. You know? So, let's not kid ourselves here. Right? Yeah? If we're all looking for me for guidance, then there's a reason the chair gets put in charge every now and again. Belgian buns are the boss, says One Baby T. See? This is the thing. We're starting to add more things in now. Like, also, where do you put something like an iced finger? You know? It's a subtle classic. It turns up, it does what it needs to do. It's just there. It's just a hot dog roll cut in half with some cream in the middle and jam. You know, someone thought that was a thing. They went there, they got it. You know, we're sat there going, yeah, probably, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Crossy, that's his job, innit? Exactly. Literally, it's his job. Just be an iced finger. No one's ever listened to you, has ever thought you know what you're on about. No, exactly, Dave. Exactly. No one thinks that. No one's sitting there going, "Oh yeah, Jameson knows the crack." Nah. Cinnabon today and world change. Oh, JM, now. Right now we're talking. Cinnabon is the way. Right. There's a lot of goodness from a Cinnabon. Iced fingers can get in the sea. I mean, look, Mrs. J, come on, right? Don't go casting aspersions on that, man. Like, look, granted, it's never a go-to, right? And you've got to think about this as well. It's never a go-to dessert, but if one's there, then you'll sit and go, oh, you know what? That was actually all right. Because of the fact that you don't expect a lot, it gives you a little bit more. That's how you got to think about it. And I'm a fan of an eclair. I'm a big fan of a chocolate eclair. Give me a box of chocolate eclairs, I'll eat them. Give me a French horn, I'll eat that. Vanilla slice, yes, Ricky, I'll eat that. Give me a custard slice, yes, I'll eat that. Give me one of those shitty little raspberry tarts, strawberry tarts, I'll eat that. Put kiwi on it and I'll probably think you're weird. Empire biscuits, oh, Rogie. I don't know how many people in this chat would know what an Empire biscuit is, but man, you have just, like, you were always God tier to me, Rogie, but you're right. That, absolutely. Where do I stand on an apple strudel? Oh, here we go. This is a thing, isn't it? A Shava, I went through a phase of buying a box of 2 eclairs every time I went to Tesco. It's not good for the waistline. I did that as well. Also, as well as Shava, those family-sized cheesecakes, they don't feed a family. They feed one person. That's what they do. Don't know which family's eating a really small piece of cheesecake. Idiots. You're mixing up iced fingers and cream donuts, and an iced finger is essential. A hot dog is essentially a hot dog bun with shit icing on it. That's what I've just said. Is that not what I said? Oh no, I said you cut it in half and you put cream in the middle, don't you? Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah, it's a hot dog bun with icing on it. But again, like, it's fine, isn't it? Empire biscuits are awesome, like, absolutely awesome. You need to get on them. Controversial opinion incoming. Lotus Biscoff biscuits are overrated. I think you're right, Dan. I think you're right. I think Biscoff became a thing, didn't it? Like, everyone got on the Biscoff train. Oh, it's different. Oh, it's different. It's not really. It's just a weird ginger snap, if you think about it. Like, do you know what I mean? Then the bacon of the biscuit world, completely acceptable, but overhyped to a big degree. That's a really good way of looking at it. That is a really good way of looking at it. The best form of Biscoff is the sandwich spread. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? The Biscoff ice lollies you get, yes, we have been to Dough, and we have eaten many Biscoff things from there, Jam. And Dough's donuts are very, very good. Dough's are very good. Like, they're just, for me, Biscoff, it tastes a bit gingery. And I'm a big fan of a ginger snap. Don't you worry about that. Right? I love a ginger biscuit. And I think Biscoff's fine. I think it's totally fine. But that's where we're at. I just think it's fine. Like, Biscoff cheesecake is elite. Okay, I will admit that Mrs. J makes a hell of a Biscoff cheesecake. Now, I don't necessarily say that that's the Biscoff that's made it elite. I think Mrs. J's baking is what makes it elite. But yes, Mrs. J knows her way around a Biscoff cheesecake, right? Biscoff and stuff is 10% better than the biscuits. Fair comment. Fair comment. I've not had a Biscoff cheesecake. That might change my mind, says Rajo. Yeah, maybe. As I say, Mr. J has got it nailed down to an art. But the thing is, like, for Biscoff is just what you get at hairdressers. So so basically what it is it's Biscoff and I'm gonna say it. It's Biscoff and Nespresso. It's hairdressing food, and that's not a slur on hairdressers. Don't start giving it that. Oh, Jameson hates hairdressers. It's not, right. It's just simple things that people think are exotic. You know? English cheesecake, vanilla cheesecake slice with Biscoff, £3.70 at Waitrose. Lulu Booster, you shop at Waitrose? Well done you. Well done you. Is my hairdresser also a baker? Potentially. Mrs. J is a superb baker. Yes, that is true. That is true, Rajo. She has her showstopper nailed down. Like, it's superb. It's absolutely superb. Bacon, cheese, Marmite toasted sandwiches are a taste sensation. These ears, they're for listening, Lulu Booster. Tell me more. Tell me more about these. Bacon, cheese, Marmite toasties. Oh, you've got me tastes tingling right there. Please, my opinion didn't cause an uproar. See, this is the thing, Dan. Sometimes an unpopular opinion is a popular opinion. It's all about the company, innit? It's about the company you need to surround yourself with. And I think that we're all very much on the same. It's a safe space to talk about these sorts of things. People can come here and be like, oh, you know what? I like a lemon drizzle cake. Good. I like a lemon drizzle cake. Don't feel as though you can't be sat there going, what is James going to think I'm a knobhead if I like a cherry bakewell? No, I love a cherry bakewell. Give me things that taste like marzipan. That's what I like, including marzipan, obviously. Almond flavoured dishes, yes please. I like a lemon drizzle as well. See, everyone likes a lemon drizzle. Battenberg, oh, fucking Rogie knows where it's at. Like, you know what I mean? Simple stuff. Sometimes the simple stuff is the best stuff. Coffee and walnut cake and get in the bin. Oh God, Joe, why would you ruin it? Why would you? We're having a lovely time, and then you just come in here with your coffee and walnut cake. There's like, look, no, a good coffee cake is good. What you've probably had and I'll understand this, what you've probably had is a bad coffee cake, which I get, because if it's bad, then it is bad, right? Now, the thing is there's certain stuff that if you make it wrong, it tastes dreadful. That's where I think you're probably at with that. Crixie, nice cheese Danish, underrated. Tell me more. Angry if people bring it into work, I cake things. Mrs. J does kick things if she doesn't get her own way when it comes to cakes. 100% true. Cheese Danish. Yeah. Okay. I'm on that one. That's you. Homemade coffee and walnut cake is epic. See, Razio knows what's up. Not liking either coffee or walnuts. I mean, all right. Well, look, if that's the situation where you're going to not eat a cake based on the fact that you don't like two of the ingredients that are in the cake, I get that, but you can't blame the cake. That's just how it is. It's like, look, that's a coffee cake. And you're sitting there going, I don't like coffee. You go, all right. Well, it might be a really, really good cake, but you don't like the ingredients in it. People don't like banoffee. Oh, don't really like a banoffee cake. Why? Oh, don't like bananas. That's probably why you don't like it then. Would you like this French onion soup? No, I hate onions. All right. Yeah, you're probably not going to be a fan. Even if it's the best French onion soup in the world. You're sitting there going, fucking taste of onions, this shit, doesn't it? Like, you know. I'm about to say you hated the French there. I mean, there's also that as well. Which, again, I'm not suggesting that Dave Goodyear hates the French, but you never know. You never know. Banana bread warmed up with a thin slice of melted butter to serve. Oh, Crixie, you've come in with two absolute belters here. And you know what? I'm a fan of an English crumpet or a muffin. English muffin, bit of butter on there, and then a poached egg on top. What about that? What about that? Total Football, is it new club time after this season? I think we're going to give it one more season, Total Football, but we are going to keep our eyes peeled because we need to start winning things. And I don't think we're going to win the Premier League title with Banbridge. Come on, Banbridge, says Scouts Jimmy. See, Jimmy believes, though, that's the thing. So, maybe we can get promoted. Possibly. I mean, it'll be a fluke if we do next season. If we recruit well, then we might have a chance. But we don't know. But I think we've got to be open to the idea that maybe next season could be the last of Banbridge. I think we've got to be open to that possibility. And I think for now, let's sort of just focus on okay, this has been a good season. Oh, Croskery heads it over the top. Let's see what we can do. Potato scones with butter, Sunday morning food. Yes, totty scones. Crossy. This is it. Showstopper's a cardamom cake with lime syrup soaked in. Razio knows how I make things, doesn't he? Don't like it much, but I've had people actually pay me to make them. Ooh. JM, don't like coffee, but coffee Renoir is a fine thing. See JM looking beyond that. Looking beyond that and going, well, you know what? I don't like it, but it's good. Good ball through, Croskery. How's he missed that? Crixie, as a chef, where do you stand on cheese, marmite and bacon toasties? Don't eat a lot of things, but I think people should eat what they like. There you go. Voice of reason, Crixie. Oh, Croskery off the other side of the bar. TJ's good. I make me one soon. Yeah, I'm not bad. I'm not bad as a baker. I'm not a great baker, Mrs. J. I'm a better cook than I am a baker. Here he is. Here's my hooch brother. Welcome in, pal. Awesome work on the playoffs, by the way. At the start of the show, I'm going to watch the full end of the show probably tomorrow morning. But from what I saw at the start, you were doing excellent. So give everyone, by the way, drop Murph a follow if you're not already doing so. I think absolutely superb on his FM playoffs debut. Sure, we'll be seeing some more of him as the season progresses. Ah, mate, you earned your spot, man. You know I'm a fan of yours, so I'll get you on, get you some opportunity there, and also the fact, you're a big fan of hooch, so of course we're gonna stick you in there. And we're talking bacon as well, so you've come in right at the right time as well. Give us some expert opinions also. As I say, I'm not much of a baker personally. Like, I can cook pretty well, I think. Have you ever done a San Marino Andorra club and country save? You know what, honestly, I haven't. I thought about it, but that's as far as I got. Like, Andorra was really popular last year, wasn't it? And San Marino was like super difficult. I think I thought about that a few years ago. It does sound like fun. But I think with things for streaming as well, it's got to be something that's quite accessible. And I just thought that maybe this season was the right way to go about it, but certainly not something to like sort of discredit. But I think maybe we can have it on the potentials for next year, possibly. We shall see. Appreciate the follow as well there, Ollie. Very, very kind indeed. Look like Gary Monk. Sorry, he's a good-looking fella. Was that me you're talking about? DJ Pedro. Second bite of the proverbial cherry. Ian Jebaru, how are you, my man? Welcome. Hi. That's what he says when he's streaming it, when he doesn't follow. We banned Dave Gudgeon. We can't. He's made a couple of wild statements as well tonight. I don't like coffee and walnut cake. Why is that, Dave? I don't like coffee or walnut. Excellent. That's, I'm not sure about that. The mint Viennetta thing, I'm still very angry about. We've just conceded a goal now as well. From Banger. Ugh, dreadful ball. No one's getting anywhere near that. Back post should really. Come on. I mean, mint Viennetta, Mrs. J. You're right. Like how on earth does Dave Gudger, of all people, not want mint Viennetta? It's the Viennetta of the gods. But yeah, apparently not. Apparently he's like, nah, not for me, thanks. Let's hit that raid back from earlier. Yeah, exactly, Murph, yeah. The bread can wait. Now, as a baker, Murph, right? Like, we're all tiger bread, right? We're all tiger bread. Keane Neely with a great goal. Over the top. Let's push up a bit, I think. Tiger bread. Jebaru's not tiger bread. What is with this? Salt and pepper bread. Ooh. I don't know if I've had salt and pepper bread, have I? I don't think I have. That's got me intrigued. It's like crack. There used to be a baker's. Mrs. Jailfield will start to get upset and teary at this point. When there was a CrossFit competition we used to do in Manchester at the Etihad, and there was a bakers that would come from Carlisle to cater for the event, and they did big biscuits, which was like massive hobnobs. Nowhere like that, about that big, right? Hobnobs covered in chocolate. They were amazing. And then they did millionaire shortbread, which was incredible. And then they did a thing called crack pie, which just was everything. It was like a treacle tart, but it had like bits of... Did it have bits of cookie in as well, Mrs. J? And like bits of brownie or whatever. It was like just everything in there. And it was so good. Ariel, welcome in, appreciate the follow. Very kind. And it was just so good. And they're like, oh, this is called crack pie. I was like, why is it called that? And they're like, because it's like crack. Like you eat it and like you need another piece. And they were right. They were 100% right. It was amazing. Hobnobs in there as well. Yeah. Oh, it was the works. It was superb. Absolutely superb. But unfortunately, COVID has meant they've stopped trading. So which is a bit of a shame. So, very, very sad. You know, yes, Smurf with, yes, down with it. That's what she said. There we go. See, this is the level of our stream. People have come in and gone, have they done it? That's what she said. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. It's how we do things around here. I was going to say how we roll, but we do not roll in the way that Owen rolls. Did you enjoy your subtle promo? I haven't seen it yet, Jebru. I've got to watch the rest of the show tomorrow morning, so I will have a little listen to it. I say I've only seen a part of Murph. I saw enough of him to realise how good he was. So did a cracking job. So I'll catch the end of it towards that tomorrow. Next meet up, I'll make a picnic. Yes, Murph, do that. Jebru's covered you up. Did you announce the Super League though, Murph? That's the thing. Like we said plug that as well. Whether that's happened or not, I don't know. R.I.P. Comfort Street Eats. Yeah, exactly. They were good, weren't they? They were so good. Wonderful people as well. He plugged in too much of anything, really? Did he? I mean, this is the thing, innit? It's like it's that subtle balance, Jebru, between like plugging something and just being like, I think all he's done is just mention his show. Right, you know what? Let's put a couple of these youngsters on the bench. I've made a graphic. Right, Vukovic is going on the bench. Okay. And I think that maybe we have a look at not Michael Douglas. I think we have a look at Daniel McLaughlin. We'll put him on the bench as well. And also, where's the defender that we like? Ian Doran. He's the centre back, isn't he? Left back. He can go on, and there's a centre back. Nigel Long, 6'4". I think that might be him. There we go. Right, these guys can go onto the bench. Why not? At the end of the day, you know. This is how we'll work out whether or not they're going to be good enough to cut it. There's only one way to find out, isn't it? Stick him in games. Alarm says less than 4 hours to go. Love you and leave. Have a great night. No, Murph. Top work, man. Top work. As I say, appreciate you dropping in and doing the playoffs. Thank you so much for that. And of course, we'll see you very, very soon. Go and get some sleep. Make some lovely bread tomorrow. Owen is now called David Otunga. So who's got a good draft then, Jebru? Who looks like they've done well? The reference to the tag team champions, Cena and Otunga. I forgot they were a champion. They were a tag team, weren't they? Crossy 20, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Stinger and Trek with the best teams. I mean, it's unsurprising, really, isn't it? To be honest, I think Brash looked like he was having a decent run as well when I saw. State Bake looked handy. Then of course it's all about how they actually play out on the actual day, doesn't it? So you know you can draft well as you like, and then all of a sudden it's like, have you got the right tactic? Is it going to work? Stinger's got 3 Milenkovic. State Bake's got Mark Albright. Excellent. Who's got Barry Bannon? Who's got Morton Gams Pedersen? Who's got Dejan Stankovic? Oh, Valley Clare with a great effort. We said we weren't going to get relegated. We're not going to get relegated, but we're going to make it look like we can get relegated towards the end of the season. It's a decent hit, that, isn't it? It's come through bodies. Hunter's got to do better. At least get his arms out. At least try. You know? How's the league got us now? The league's got us dropping down to 9th. That was a foul throw, if anything. Crawford inside. DJ Pedro over the top. Poor miss. Very poor miss. I've stopped talking about baked goods, so it's like players have obviously switched off. Higuain and Bale for Salty B. It's an interesting pair, that one, isn't it? Is there enough pace on there? There's definitely enough talent. Croskery with a save from the goalkeeper. Reminds me to go and find some dinner. Yes, you do. You need to eat, Jebaru. Remember to make that happen. Ball's playing headed away. Crawford. Back to Evans. Little wastes it. Absolute waste. Nice headphones. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, you recommended some good ones. They're very nice. They're a bit I was gonna say furry, but they're not furry. It's like a sort of like a velvet or like a velour on here. I wasn't quite expecting it. It was very, very lovely. The sounds are really good. So certainly wouldn't have paid the top price for them, but for the price we paid for them, very happy indeed. Oh, it's going to be 2. Good save, Hunter. Come on, everyone. You're not doing very well at all here. What are we thinking about? Also, I think I've fixed my Stream Deck as well. Not my Stream Deck, my wavelength. So I'm starting to get the match sounds coming through now as well. For about two streams, they've not been coming through. So Windows very kindly reset everything. Head over the top from goal. McGee with a free kick. He floats it in. No one's picking him up. Oh, decent block. Head away. Good hit. We're going to have to change this up, aren't we? I don't know how. I don't know what we're going to change to. I think at half time maybe. Maybe go 4-3-3 possibly. Although we're not massively out of the game. It's just that reality that we're not playing particularly well. Maybe we'll go a bit more direct. Try that. We've already stepped up, so we're not sitting in a low block, we're sat in the mid block now. We've got counter pressing on rather than just sitting back. Goes through, nice flick on from Pedro. Go with a finish. That's what we're talking about. See, no panic just yet. No panic just yet. We know what we're doing. DJ Pedro gets the flick on. And Go picks his spot. Bottom corner. Pulls us level. And if that's going to be him, if that's going to help him for next season, bit of confidence, that's what we need. He's costing us less money than Sharvin's costing us, that's for certain. I think he scored more goals. A little bit of a dribble. Henry with the ball. Pedro flicks it on. Go. Cross squeeze through now. Oh. Just puts his foot through it, didn't he? And there was no need to. Should have just placed it, but I figured that power was the right answer. Wood over the top. Now is Go. Corner kick. See, now we're looking like a better side. But then we need to take our chance. We need to score. Score when we've got the momentum. Murphy with the header. Saved by Purcell. One more chance before half time, apparently. Oof. Cleared away. Interesting first half. Very interesting first half. We're doing okay. I think Croskery actually. You know what? Let's bring Vukovic on. Let's give him a game. I think we'll bring Evans off as well because Evans is knackered. So I'm going to put Long on for his debut. So 2 young debutants are coming on. Game's finally poised at 1-1. I'm going to bring 2 15-year-olds on. That's what I think is the right decision. We've also got another one on the bench as well. I think might make a debut. That's a dreadful shot. It's dreadful. M. Hutch, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Welcome in. Hope you're enjoying the stream. What's everyone who's come in from the playoffs? Appreciate you hanging out, staying with us. We normally do Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays over here. We're also doing as well as part of the Football Manager Show. We're also doing a Sheffield Wednesday community challenge. So anyone who's interested in taking part in that, come and join the Discord. Keep us up to date with how you're getting on in terms of progress. The plan is we're going to try and go to maybe Christmas on the challenge, and then let everyone sort of play catch up a little bit. So we don't go too far into it, because if you do, then it sort of demoralises everyone. So let's not go too deep. That's what she said. Let's put. I was waiting for that. Hey, look, I don't want to disappoint. You know what I mean? Again, sometimes there's just stuff that's just a little bit too easy to say. Just like, yeah, I'm going to say it. Are you above that, Tony? No, I'm not. You're going to say to yourself, yeah, that's the thing. See, it's in people's zeitgeist, isn't it? You know, it's there. So you just got to say it. You just have to. So it looks like we might draw this game. It's not the best result, especially when we just launched that ball. Actually, that's not too bad. In fact, Gore doesn't quite pull it back. Even our youngest has started shouting, that's what you said. He does. Oh, good block. Great block. He just walked around, that's what you said. Like, yeah. To be fair, the first time he said that's what she said in context, me and Mrs. Jade absolutely buckled. That was the eldest, and then he realised you got a laugh out of it, so he just kept saying it all the time. I was just like, yeah, I'll do. Here comes Vukovic. What we're going to do, wins a free kick. Last roll of the dice, I think. Vukovic, where's he going to send it? Back post. Come on, onto someone's head, please. Let's do this. Headed away. It's all over. It's another draw. Another draw. I mean, you know, it's not a defeat. That's the important thing. But it's just a bit. It's a bit frustrating, you know. I had to burst out laughing. Oh yeah, we did that. Don't worry. That's what she said. Yep, excellent. Vukovic becomes the youngest ever player, 15 years and 114 days. Previously beating Josh Hamilton, who actually went on to become last season's vice captain at 15. So it's okay, I'm not trying to win every trophy in Britain or anything. Yeah, I know, JM. I know. I'm doing it slowly, right? I'm giving us all our money's worth. We're entertaining. Right, okay, right, look. Is there any job that would be interesting? No, Ballyclare. See, we don't want that. So we stick with what we got. We've got 2 more games to go. 2 or 3? 3, isn't it? Yeah. Dirge, Logall, and then Myola. And then we're into next season's planning. So plan for season 4. We'll see what happens. If there is jobs that come up, then okay, fair enough. We'll have a little look at them. We'll see what we do. But go to Calgary, I'm shooting talent into Britain. Yeah, maybe. You know, take it slow. Let the good times roll. Exactly. There will be something that comes up that will be interesting for us. Peterborough Sports, QPR, Motherwell, Coventry. And we're not going to get too high, that's the thing though, so we're going to have to look at the Dorkings, the Ebbsfleets, the Wrexhams, Colwyn Bay in the Cymru Premier, Gloucester, Hornchurch, Wailston. Yeah, we don't want to drop back down into the third division of Northern Irish football, but even then we do remember that we've still got some trophies to win in that division because some of the cups are regionalised. So we do have to go back at some point into the third division of Northern Irish football to try and win some of those trophies. So that's what makes the save quite tricky, to be honest. You know, the fact that we just don't seem to ever be able to get away from it. Take Charlie Wood out, I think. We'll put Michael McCavitt in. Let's see what we get. As I said, we worked it out. If we did it in 50 seasons, and I don't think 50 seasons is potentially easy enough to do, because that's talking about like one season a week on stream, then that would mean you've got 18 seasons where you don't win a title out of those 33, or sorry, 17 seasons, I should say, sorry, where you don't win a title. At this point, we've done 2 seasons where we haven't won a title, so you know, we don't have to win it. You know, the challenge is that we're attempting to win, to do the British Steel Challenge. You know, it is tricky, so I don't think it would be too surprising if we don't win it. Just means if it becomes our thing next year, we've got to do it again. Either that, or next year we look for another region in the world and go, right, okay, let's try and win everything in, you know, the Americas, for example. Someone mentioned that actually on the Football Manager show this week. Think about doing a challenge where you win everything in the Americas, and I was like, that sounds ludicrous. And then remembered that that's exactly what I'm doing, but in Britain. I was like, yeah, that's right, yeah. That sounds just as stupid as what I'm doing. Good ball at the top. Goes away. Dreadful finish. There's me going, oh, he might be the new striker. Nah, not with finishing like that. Appalling. Go. Dinks it through. That'll do. That's the goal we need. 1-0 up against Dirge. Decent ball by Evans over the top line. Corrigan misses it. Gore takes it down. Dinks it in. 1-0. More trophies in South America than there is in British Steel. There will be, because there's more nations, isn't there? I think. So what you got? South America's Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Chile, Peru, Colombia. Yeah. There's quite a few in it. Even like in North America, you've got USA, Canada, Mexico. Go with another effort. And that's going to be hard enough. Yes, 2-0. Harry Murphy. It's a bit relaxing music as well, isn't it? So most people struggle with how the MLS works in the US, let alone the British Steel thing. There is that, Rogie, yeah. I mean, the British Steel Challenge isn't too difficult to understand. It's just, it's why? Why would you do that? Why would you bother? I think seems to be the question. And I guess, as I say, the thing is that Raggio is doing the challenge offline. There's 15 Brazilian regional cups. Ugh. Yeah, okay, I'm already out. I'm already out, Raggio. Like, this is the thing, like, Raggio's doing it offline, Cass is doing it offline, the British Steel Challenge. they're flying. They've gone to Wales straight away and they're flying on it. So, and then Cass has gone to Northern Ireland and they've just continued to do really well. So I think I'm starting slow. We'll pick up eventually. There'll be one point where it'll be like, oh, we'll get like 5 trophies in 5 seasons or something. Everybody will be like, wow, is something happening? No. Probably not. Sometimes it's just got to come down to the right team, hasn't it? Lovely football. Croskery, what are you doing, man? If I get FM23, I'm purely doing the MLS in Canada. I mean, I loved Canada last season. I hadn't managed it in Canada before. But when we did the Valor save as part of the Discord monthly challenge, I really enjoyed it. It was just short enough to like keep the interest. The quality of football was good. The players you could get in were decent enough. And it was just different enough to create a bit of interest. Go off the inside of the post there. I'm not flying a season 3. I won a cup. I think I'm moving at the end of the season. I mean, this is the thing, though, isn't it? Like it's all about planning in this save, and you do have to start thinking like, what's the right move? When do I go? Can I win something with this team? Like, I think some people would say maybe I should be looking to move on, really, from Banbridge next season. Like if it's into season 4, we've not won anything this season. We're going into a second season of the Championship. Should we be looking for a team that can get promoted? Probably. We probably should. But we've kind of got a little bit attached almost, and I think we want to win it with Banbridge, but there's got to be a point where we just go, you know what, it's just not happening. Like we've got to go and find a team where it can work. So we'll have to see. Because who knows what next season's going to bring, right? Smashed over the top, that's fine. 2-0 up. Still holding things out. Doran, Soup, Evans, Go, McCavitt, thought about it, over the top. Vukovic, inside McLaughlin. Doran, Soup. Oh, I thought he was going to cut it back. McLaughlin. Crawford with an effort from distance. Decent football, that, isn't it? I'm the same, loving the Cambrian and Cladike players, but can't get enough out of them to challenge for the title. This is the worry, isn't it? This is the worry. Especially if you're in a league that's dominated by like 1 or 2 teams. Like for example, like obviously Northern Ireland, it's going to be Linfield and Glentoran in the Premiership. Banbridge aren't going to challenge those 2 teams like within 1 season, surely. So we know for a fact that when we get to the Premiership, we're going to have to be looking at Linfield or Glentoran. As long as we leave a club better than when we turned up, that's the ethos, surely, with everything we do around here. Leave the players better than when we arrived. I think Banbridge are probably happy with what we've done so far. I think. Hunter launches it. Goal goes up for it. McCavitt. Vukovic. Goes away. Decent effort. Vukovic with the corner. Good ball in, headed away though. Oh, McLaughlin gives the foul away. Free kick. Just see the game out now, to be honest. If we get a win, the last 2 games, we then overtake Meola Park. Maybe to finish 7th after all. Full-time whistle goes, 2-0 win. Very happy with that. And I think there's 2 more games to end the season. And that's us. Dundallah won, beat odds. Looks like Carrick might win the title. Unbelievable. They were 4th. So Lough and Ballyclare are both in the relegation playoff at this point. So the thing is, out of this team up here, like, there's no one really that's like you'd be chomping at the bit to get in. Maybe Ards, possibly. The Welders, would we be bothered about the Welders? Maybe, I don't know. Newry, are they not a local rival to Banbridge? Possibly. I think they might be, are they? Maybe. I mean, they've got a big squad. Anna, Dundallah, they're not really doing it for me, you know. I'd rather have another go with Banbridge next season. Plus, of course, there's always this sort of like on-off thing about like, is there going to be a takeover? Maybe. I think that has sort of died down a little bit, but again, that could be something that happens in the summer. Could change how things end up. Final home game of the season, they're playing bottom of the league, Lough41, which tends to suggest we'll lose, right? FM has that wonderful way of setting that narrative up for you. Ben Eagle. Okay, let's have a little look at a trial, shall we? See if you fancy that. Russ, welcome in, Russ. We've not seen you for a while. Hope you're well. Long time no speak indeed. Hope life's treating you good. Oh, Eagles decided to come on trial. Excellent. See what he thinks. More importantly, see what we think of him. Regular starter. Interesting. Interesting. Chairperson looking to step aside. There we go. We mentioned about that potential takeover bid, didn't we? Here it is. Downey's looking to sell the club. Local investor could be in line to take over in the near future. I mean, local investor doesn't suggest lots of money, but it's there. It's maybe. You never know. Maybe the board know that it's like, right, need to come in with an extra bit of investment that can help move us up a little bit. Could step down sooner rather than later. All good, thanks mate. Just been at work for a while, got a free evening, thought I'd pop in. I appreciate it, Ross. Hope work's gone well for you. I say, if you're keeping busy, that's the main thing, right? Dominic Downey has retired from a hands-on role of football. He's going to go part-time. There we go. He's stepping down. So, Connor Downey's dad is potentially leaving. So things might change. The chairman's going to go part-time. Then we'll see what happens, right? I think we keep it as it is. We had a decent result in that last match. Final home game of the season. Michael McCavitt can have a run out as well. It could be maybe one of McCammond's last appearances. Don't know. Don't want to say too much just in case. Going really well. Working sports broadcasting. Been busy with the World Cup happening over the last 2 days. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought you were into. I know you're definitely doing journalism. I didn't realize you'd gone into broadcasting now. So, but yeah, no, that's awesome, buddy. Well done. Yeah, glad you're keeping busy. We've just been hanging out here. We've been doing some bits and bobs. We've obviously been football managing. We've been podcasting. We nearly conceded a goal just there. Ball away. I'm going to go for pressing rather than sitting back because we don't want to sit back and regroup with these guys. We're probably better than them, so we want to be getting in their faces, surely be a bit more positive, a bit more aggressive with the ball. Nice block again. Okay, let's step up as well. Can't be sitting deep with them. Banbridge Park is still 3 points ahead of us. Free kick. Carlo whips it in. Heads away. And as far as Fletcher. That'll do over the top. It's fine. Later scores 0-0 through everywhere. 50 minutes in and no one's scored a goal yet. Carrick 2 games away from the title. Goal, Murphy, Evans, they were playing the ball out from the back. Durham with a green headband on. McGavitt, lovely ball, Croskery. DJ Pedro, that would have been a great goal. Team football. Players from the back, working the ball out the box, good ball back in, Croskery with a terrible finish. Offside. It's better though, isn't it? It's better play. That's with Doran, the young left back, playing. Looks alright, doesn't he? Soup. Doran with a good cross in. Croskery. What a great ball that is. What a cross from the youngster. I mean, he might have just talked himself into a starting berth for next season. What about that for a ball? And Croskery's header is incredible. Just, you see how he attacked that ball there. He was like, I'm getting the end of this. Absolutely brilliant. Done with the ball again. Soup with an effort. Just goes wide. Okay, maybe we don't need a left back for next season. McGavitt going in there with a tackle that nearly gave away a penalty. Fucking hell. What a goal that is. I just need to look at this again. This is crazy. So ball drops for McDonald, who, oof. Yeah, you're not stopping that, are you, to be honest? Great strike. We've looked at him as well, that Rory McDonald. I think he looks like a decent player. We'll double check it in the off season, but pretty sure he scored against us earlier in the season as well. Look at this. Look at this. Passing the football. This wasn't the plan. That's not the plan either, though. 2-0 down. 2-1 down, sorry. Just, there we are, going, oh, isn't passing nice? And then they're going, yeah, let's just smack it away, right? Rebellion stepped away. How are we doing to the end of the season? Top half yet? No, so we missed out on the top half cut-off, Rebellious, unfortunately. So we're in the relegation groupings. We are just about to get a penalty. 2-1 down against the bottom side, Lough goal. 2-2. DJ Pedro levels it up. We're playing pretty well though, and this is the penultimate game of the season as well. So it's a poor penalty. We're still 3 points behind me all apart. Ooh. Fuck. 3-2 down now. I mean, these guys are playing for their life, right? They want to stay up. They don't want to get relegated, so it's understandable they're playing like this, but each of their goals have been brilliant. It's a great strike. Yeah, just defence is not a thing, is it? It's just not a thing at all. Let's bring Youngson off then, because he's not having a great time, is he? Long's not game on. And Gore for McLaughlin. Let's just try them all. Put the kids on, like, you know, why not? Might as well. We've got nothing to lose, really. We can't win a cup at this point, so might as well get these kids in for experience. But yeah, 3-2 down. It's not great. Four-2 down's awful. Oof. The defender just stopped and just looked at it, didn't he? I thought they fixed defenders, by the way. Yeah, indeed. Indeed, Jam, yeah. Exactly, this is not the thing, right? Weren't expecting this at all. Can't fix what's broken. There is truth in that. There's definitely truth in that, Marby. But it's fine. Remember the whole "it's fine" speech we always do. DJ Pedro makes it 4-3. Game's not over yet. McCavick, good ball on the top there. Crossbury gets it by. Pulls it back. Nice finish from Pedro. Fixed it a little. If you have bad defenders from a lower league, that's a different thing. Exactly, Rajo. And that's kind of my point was in the pre-patch. Was saying that, you know, we play in the lower league, so we don't notice these alleged issues because we're like, our players are bad anyway, so they're always going to make mistakes. How can we be so sure it's an issue with the match engine? Oof. Decent header from Long. Good save. Right. Can we nick an equaliser? You know, at home to what was the bottom of the league. Yeah, Teo skin on. There's a new one actually, which a couple of people seem to be using, the attributeless skin as well, which looks pretty smart, to be honest. Not that I'm anywhere near the level of an attributeless save at this point. Decent effort. Using any sort of pressing trap. I mean, I don't know about pressing trap. We are pressing. We have, to be fair, it's a sort of like a nothing game, really, Fuzzy, in the sense that we're sort of like just whiling out the last few games of the season, and it's a bit of a shame that it's not really working for us, to be honest. I think we are attacking at the minute. Yeah, we are attacking. Yaron. Evening, by the way. Nice to have you in. Yeah, we were positive, and it just all went a bit tits up. We went like 4-2 down, and it was like, oh, we weren't really expecting that. So as I say, because it's like a nothing game, like there's just nothing to play for. They're obviously playing for their lives to stay up. We need to just essentially just finish the season, really. Good ball through. McLaughlin nearly gets there. Yeah, can get McCammett forward. Good work, maybe. Got put him there. We'll try it. No, there's certainly no harm done, is there? Big view. Oof. I'm worried that we're going to end up losing 5-3 here. Not that it makes a difference, man. We're already losing, so it doesn't, you know, an extra goal doesn't really seem to matter, does it? Smashed up front. Cross screen. McLaughlin just nods it down. Free kick dinked up. Harvey just over the top. I think this might be it all over. Saw it, no you don't. I'm curious about that even thing. Try and make it work, you can press it. I think it's one of those things that we've got to look for going forward, to be honest. Have a bit of luck. We tried to play a very, very simple 4-4-2. We had two DMs at one point, which was sort of like who were just sitting nicely for us. But yeah, we're trying to sort of keep things as simplistic as possible. But maybe we'll do a bit of an overhaul of the tactic in the next season, because we're going to get rid of some players from here anyway. So let's not I'm not sort of too concerned at this point, really. There is a possibility of that takeover, but it's more of a board takeover than anything. So it's not going to be anything to do with extra finance, but it'll just be a little shuffle around with the board, which is fine. So get this done. This me all apart game sorted. And that's season 3 in the bag, everyone. Takeover complete. There we go. Whether, what that means in the grand scheme of things, probably nothing, I would imagine. There's no plans to provide any additional investment. There we go. Didn't think so. Didn't think so. So what that could do is that could potentially give us an out if we wanted. I mean, let's just say that we're happy with it, but we could potentially have like sort of dug ourselves a bit of a hole here and just been like, I don't really like the idea of this new chairman. Well, we don't know anything about him really. He could be great, he could be awful. We don't know. I'd say just curious as to what's available. Llandudno. Yeah, nothing in and around us. Ben Mitchell's still on the shortlist. That's good. Right. Jump to the last game of the season. And then, as I said, then Wednesday's stream is going to be presumably breaking everything down, like looking at what we got in terms of a full transfer breakdown, really. Okay, it's a new coach. Henry could go, Murphy could go. Players obviously out of contract. Makes sense. Staff, yeah, we need to sit and go through everything really and be like, right, who's going to stay, who's shifting out, who's going to cost us money, you know, where can we get value, where are we spending too much? There's people like Sharvin exactly who's already said, look, I want to leave. Then do we try and find someone to take him on? He is earning money, £150 a week. So Four weeks left for Soup on his contract. I mean, look, Soup's going to get a new deal. We know that. As I say, we'll sort that out after we've had our final match of the season. So let's set everything nicely. Angus Youngson. I'm going to bring Youngson out, put Henry in there. He can have a go at right back. I think McCavitt can come out for Wood. Wood's played well. McCavitt, unfortunately, is just not really. I don't know if he gives us enough these days for what we need. But yeah, I certainly think we look at the loan market, I think. Because we're not going to have enough money to go out and buy players. And we're certainly not going to have enough money to offer decent wages. So I think we have to do a bit of balancing, I think, in the off season. So we'll see what that means, what that looks like for Banbridge. So yeah, I'm sure we can all speculate, but I think we all know that it's going to mean certain players leave. It might be players who we want, it might be players who we don't want. So yeah, it's going to be a mixture of both, I think, to be honest. But yeah, this is our final game of the season at Myola Park in blue. We're in red and black. Ball's over the top, and we've given away a free kick, and Evans is going to get sent off, isn't he? Nope, yellow card. Free kick. Probably a goal from here, I'm guessing. Yeah, it looks like it. No, off the wall. Looked like it was set up in the angle. It was like, oh, this is going to be a goal. Nicely held by Hunter. Ball straight out. Campbell looked for it. He's only up there on his own though. He's won the second ball. Doran, Crawford. DJ Pedro gives the ball away, wins it back. Oh, Gore. Wood smacks it over the top. So yeah, this is our. So yeah, a win would probably move us into like the 7th, but is it going to be enough? No, it's not really, is it, in the grand scheme of things? It's better than what we're expected to start off with, but I don't think we really get any money for finishing that high. We're like 50 quid or something. Give him a bit of encouragement. It's definitely got the feeling of like an end of season match on it. Here's Soup. Heads up. No, doesn't get the ball through. DJ Pedro. Soup heads over the top. I mean, you'd usually think he's going to be fine in that situation, right? But over the top this time, unfortunately. Hammer a goal down. Excellent. Again, no one's even anywhere near him. Good header as well, man. So yeah, I think that's us cementing our position in 8th. Come on, show us what we can do. Do something, boys. Wood, loads of space for Croskery. Gets past, go. Wood. There we go. Time for 8 tricks. I mean, you're not wrong really, are you, Rogie? That's the thing. Like, you make a really good point. 8 treks is probably what we need to be looking to invest in the summer, I think. Because at the minute we've got no treks, and that's probably our main problem. You know, I would say that's definitely part of the problem. Good ball. DJ Pedro gets the header. Can't keep on target though, can he? Soup. Oof. New owner might want his own man in the summer potentially. Maybe that's a possibility. Noxvaldaska, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Life is very good, thank you. We're having a lovely time. We're about to finish season 3 here. And you know what? You could be right, Russ. Maybe he does want his new man. Let's say we're sat there thinking, okay, you know, that's fine. You know, we'll call the shots, but no, maybe he will. So maybe we do have a little think about this. Have a look at what's available in the summer. Or during the course of the season. Don't discount anything. But ultimately, we do have to start looking for trophies rather than loyalty. You know, loyalty only gets you so far, right? Although, to be honest, I don't get the impression that the chairman's going to want to change. We have just signed a new contract as well, so that's part of the thing. Which makes me think that we probably aren't going to need to be... well, yeah, I can't really see us getting sacked. I think we've done a very good job. I think it'd be incredibly harsh to sack us. You know, and I think even the game would be like, yeah, you're probably doing okay. Like, we'd have to be some absolute tyrant coming in as a chairman to get rid of us. I'm not saying, of course, that couldn't happen, but if it does, then oof. You know? I think we're absolutely justified in everything we want to do. Hilds, it's very good, thank you. Save's going very well indeed. We've just finished in season 3. The plan is, of course, to try and win everything in the English, Scottish, Welsh and Northern Irish leagues and cups, of course. We've won 2 trophies out of 33 so far. So, in a sense, the save's going well. In fact, we're enjoying it. If we're asking about how we're doing in terms of actually winning the cups, not great. Gore gets himself on the score sheet again. Murphy with a good ball over the top. Takes it well, doesn't he? It's a good finish. Welshman knows where the goal is. But that does move us up to 7th as well if we can hold on. So that'll be the highest position that Banbridge have ever finished. Ever finished. Who's the leading scorer per minute this season? Well, we'll have a look at that. Yeah, and we'll see if we can get a hold of them. I take it you mean in the league rather than like for ourselves. It's my goal again. Decent effort. Corner coming in. Vukovic. Head away. Campbell thought about it. Henry. Gonna switch the play possibly. Doran. Yeah, gonna give it straight back to them unfortunately. 3 minutes to go. Ball up over the top. Doran intercepts it nicely. Gives the ball. There's that hook clearance I talked about earlier. Remember when I said earlier about that they hooked the ball back inside? That's what I mean. But that wasn't the. That was a sort of fairly tame one. Usually it goes straight to the opposition, who are then sort of like ready to put a cross in and score. So. Interesting header down. Or the top. Go on, goal. Get on it. We drew. Never mind. Oh, no, we didn't drew. Love that. No, we drew. No, we didn't. You won 2-1. Oh, cool. We won. Excellent. Yay. Love that. Brilliant. There you go. We finished 7th. Excellent work. Excellent work all round. That's, you know what? That's huge for us, to be honest. We were expected to finish bottom. And bottom by quite some way. We've ended up finishing 7th, which got to be over the moon with that. Absolutely over the moon with that. There isn't anything really that's on the horizon right now in terms of other opportunities. Llandudno is a possible opportunity if we were considering going to the second division of Welsh football, which at the minute I think maybe we try and hold off for now. I'm not saying that we definitely don't do that, but I'm saying that possibly we try our best to not go there at this point. I think as well that means that realistically we have to start looking at Wednesday as being the recruitment stream. So we'll go back, have a little look and see how we get on next week. Therefore, let's go and do some raiding, I think. Let's go do some raiding. We'll see My Turn Racing. Now he's got a Slough save on at the minute. So go give him some love. Tell him we sent you. I appreciate everyone who's been in tonight. Appreciate everyone's been here this season. I'll try and get season 2's video edited as well. Should probably get that sorted fairly quickly, shouldn't I, before season 4 starts. So much to do. So much to do. Pleasure having everyone in, of course. Take it easy. See you soon. All the best. Bye now.
Oh, Tony Jameson, thank you very much for the raid. How are you doing? How are you doing? You joined